Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It is opening night of Halloween Horror Nights. Guys, we have exclusive access to film inside all 10 of the haunted houses. Now the general public cannot do that, but we're gonna be showing you guys inside the Terrifier house. We're gonna be showing you that Wet Path, Fallout, Five Nights at Freddy's, and then Jason Universe. All right, here we go. Halloween Horror Nights 2025.
And I am so excited to take you guys in here. We are gonna go into Fazbear's Pizza as guests for the night, going where we're not supposed to go. Everything's a little deserted, a little, you know, run down. We teamed up with the Jim Henson workshop that made the creatures for the film to make the animatronics and the puppets for this house. And I can tell you guys, I was just absolutely blown away from the moment you step inside. So if you guys are not afraid of pizza with a little bite, if you know what I mean, we are gonna head into Freddy Fazbear.
Let's introduce you to the stars of the show.
robotic engineering enabled
But we are going to go into El Artista, a Spanish haunting. One of the most beautiful original houses we've ever done. Ramon Paradora and Dylan Kalat, who is one of my favorite scenic designers, we have just knocked it out of the park with this one. We are going to La Casa Creacion, which is a house in Spain that has been known to kind of lure and call in various artists throughout the years. And every one of these artists has lost themselves to the house. We're going to meet Sergio Navarro, its latest inhabitant, who is an artist who is painting his masterpiece and is slowly losing himself to this house as the art comes to life and pulls him in deeper and deeper until he finally becomes part of this house's history. You'll notice the wisteria vines throughout. That is kind of a theme throughout the night. Wisteria is said to be a very beautiful but deadly plant. So it's just an absolutely stunning house. I hope you guys have fun.
And my art, mi arte, will imitate her death. La Casa Creación, a place where dreams, sueños, come to blossom. A haven for the inspired, un santuario that is cursed by tragedy. vessels from mi arte, my writings, para consumirme. Los espíritus wish to create physical vessels from mi arte. Ya sé lo que tengo que hacer. I must destroy my work before it destroys me. Tengo que destruirlos.
This is kind of our table of contents for the park as you walk the event as you walk in. You are walking into the conservatory that will later be on and featured in El Artista. You will see different sculptures that were made that might look a little bit familiar, might showcase some of the things you're going to see throughout our night tonight, and then some of the creatures that live within the conservatory. The conservatory is an overarching theme throughout this and one of our other scare zones, and in that Spanish haunting house as well. It is kind of the source of this dark evil that kind of pulls everything in. Do your thing.
Okay.
And I will meet you guys in about 5 minutes on the other side with my little lighty wand.
What'd you get, Peter?
I got a friendship bracelet. This is all your fault, Kevin.
What does it say?
It says
Hooterade, there you go.
It's all your fault.
You're welcome.
All your fault.
We are going to go into the WWE Presents the Wyatt 6, where we are going to learn about the legacy of Bray Wyatt, my favorite wrestler of all time. He was this masterful, just creative genius. A lot of people are like, why do you have wrestling at horror nights? Wrestling and horror have kind of gone hand in hand for a very long time. Going back with characters like The Undertaker, Kane, it's something that's always been present. And Bray has created these characters through a show called the Firefly Funhouse, a little segment on wrestling, kind of a twisted version of Mr. Rogers. He had these little puppets that we have brought to life to honor his legacy. We sadly lost Bray just about 2 years ago, and his brother, Taylor, acting as his character Uncle Howdy, is carrying on his legacy through this house. So we're gonna start even if you're not a wrestling fan. The first two scenes are a little wrestling heavy. We're gonna go into the ring, we're gonna see kind of the behind the scenes, and then from there, we're gonna go into these characters' minds and see what twisted creations and thoughts that they have. And then we'll pay a little honor to Bray himself at the end as well. So, you guys ready to let them in? Woo! All right.
Howdy, Abby, Huskus, Rambling, Mercy, Bray. We are the Wyatt Six. We're here.
Let him in. Let him
Rambling rabbit, down the rabbit hole you go. Huskus, let the pigs feed. What they do when the buzzards start circling? began. The mind of my brother, brave Wyatt. This is where it all began. The mind of my brother, brave Wyatt.
We're past the point of no return. Haven't you seen it? As I have.
They say we're coming, but we've been here all along. There you are. Come on, man. I've been waiting for you.
We're actually going to walk in there and see our own funeral. And then we are going to go into the depths beneath and see what lies and what is waiting for us. I know it's very pleasant thoughts on our little afterlife adventure here. I love the creatures in this house. They're all designed to look like star-nosed moles. So if you're underground, you're thinking about creatures that can burrow and dig. And you're going to see different rooms with different challenges. Suffocation, ghouls. This is one of those houses without the happy ending. We do not get to escape. We are just dead.
We're just dead.
So we're just dead. That happens a lot this year, unfortunately.
Cool, bro.
All right, who's ready to die? Yeah!
Is someone there? The dead seem restless tonight. Hey! Who's out there? The dead seem restless tonight. The dead seem restless tonight.
You guys ever hear a buzz Kong?
Yeah.
So they are at it again, going back to the 1920s, delivering a sketchy little batch of rat poisoning that's going to get all over. At the same time, we've got a bank heist going with some not so, straight guys. A little bit of sketchy business going on. Everything's going to go amok. Do not touch the green stuff. The floor is lava. Do not touch the goo. It's not going to end well for you.
It wasn't my fault. Those damn crooks. They're the ones to blame. Lousy criminals had to go and rob the bank. Catch me up in their chaos. I was just trying to make a delivery. No, please. I didn't mean it. I swear. Run!
Stay tuned for further updates. Breaking news, folks! Mutations plague the streets of our city, turning people into monsters or something. Police suspect a buzz con.
We're about to enter the Jason Eras tour. So we are going to head into Jason Universe, one of the most iconic horror slashers of all time. We are going to go through Camp Crystal Lake and all of his fun, happy adventures, and see some of his iconic kills, some of those iconic looks, spanning the length of his career, culminating with this new look, this new Jason that we've introduced with this new Jason Universe with the 1 and 3. His new mask has 13 holes in it, and you're going to get up close and personal with that, seeing looks from the very beginning, the video game, all the Jasons. The last part of this house is intense, literally in a tent, and then also very intense. It's what we call a gauntlet. So you're going to have him come in left, right, all over. And you might even get to see Mama Voorhees if you keep your eyes out too, because who doesn't love a boy with mommy issues? We're universal, going back to Norman Bates, we love mommy issues.
Did you know a young boy drowned? The counselors weren't paying any attention. They were making love while that young boy drowned. This man is Jason.
Oh, God.
Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. This stems from Slaughter Cinema last year. The story in this goes is there is a little old lady that lives in a crooked, quiet lane, and she kind of entices the children to come to her house. There's little storybook pictures as you go through the zone, easier to see in the daytime, telling the tale that she would coax the kids in with candy and this kind of cauldron potion. The show's going on behind me, I know. The kids would drink the potion and then turn into her cats. So as you progress through the scare zone, you're gonna start with the kids trick-or-treating, and then you'll see them mid-transformation. So they're kind of half cats, half kids. And then finally, as we get to the cat lady's house, you're gonna see these giant cat children. It is so fun. It's actually done by Charles Gray and Dylan Kalash. Hatchet and Chains, another spinoff from Slaughter Cinema last year. We are going to do 2 demon bounty hunters, Hatchet and Chains. Hatchet is a well, he is a demon himself, with his buddy Chains, who has a enchanted set of chains. He's an old western gunslinger. They kind of got this whole buddy cop vibe going on as they go out and try to attack these demons. It is a very Wild West vibe. As you guys approach, you're gonna meet Granny Haggerty, who has summoned the demons from a well. I think one of my lines of the year is, "I done did it, I brought the stampede." She's gonna scream as you come amazing. Up. Thank you. I'm a little bit redneck. And these demons are, I think she's doing some like crowd control. It's getting a little overrun in the area. She likes the Old West quiet and simple, so she's bringing the demons in to clear everybody out. However, they've got a plan. These demons are trying to board a train so that they can go across the US and spread all over the place. And they're not your average demons. They're not like gonna possess you like through your mind and stuff. They are literally going to rip your body open and climb inside of you and wear you as like one big skin suit. So we're gonna watch as Hatchet and Chains try to stop them from spreading all over the country. There's actually really cool effects at the end where you can see the train trying to get away. And if you look very carefully, you actually end up in the caboose at the very end.
I brought the stampede! and you're gonna die. The demons are gonna eat your soul. And I'm gonna walk.
Oh God, son of a
Arise, brother. Take out the Undertaker!
Help me!
Give me your skin! This year, blanket!
We're gonna go to Doll's Let's Play Day. You are gonna meet Lila. We are gonna go into her attic, and you are the dolls. I know most of you guys are dudes, so I don't know if you guys ever had Barbies where you cut off their hair and did all, yeah, you had to give them all makeovers. Lila takes it to the extreme. She likes to mutilate her dolls, burn them, all kinds of crazy stuff. So we gotta try to get out of there alive. There are 3 gaps in the house. So if you're not familiar with that, that's a guest activated trigger. So if you see a big flashy button, like looks like it's right for pushing, push it.
All right, it's time for Dolls. Let's Play Dead.
Oh no!
futile, soldier! Kaboom! Escape is futile, soldier!
Okay, so guys, we're halfway down where the house is. We're very close to hitting the next tier. If you guys don't know about that, let's do the quick little rundown. Half of you guys currently are not subscribed who watch the videos. We have a little challenge now. If we hit 76,000, we're gonna have a reward to show you guys, 78,000 and then 80,000. So I own one of the largest HHN collections in the world. So I'm gonna reveal like a jaw-dropping artifact to you guys every single one of those tiers that we hit. Like your mind is gonna be blown. I promise it'll be worth the wait.
This is a very cool story about a little village, and it's a Norse village. They had this woman in the village that was kind of a leader, and suddenly out of nowhere she started doing some awful things. Animals were hurt, families were hurt, there's a lot of bad things happening, so they sacrificed her. And then things got worse. She started transforming and becoming what they now call the Beast. So as we head into this house, we are gonna see her getting her revenge as she evolves step by step into this bigger and more dramatic beast. I love her. She has these rad antlers that she's gonna grow. She's super cool. This is another house that does not end well for us, as we will find ourselves walking directly into the belly of that beast, and we end by getting digested.
People need to sacrifice the village's wee barns to the dark peaceful sound of a gallows where we get to feel the night air. There is a legend amongst these lands, one still feared by all.
I am the legend, the beast they speak of in fear.
Fallout. Yay! This is going to be mostly based on the series Fallout, which takes place after a big, in 2077. We're going in about 200 years later in this post-apocalyptic world where people have been dwelling underground in these vaults. Countless, like not countless, but lots and lots of vaults where each one is leading a different kind of life, a different experiment, a different idea. And we're going to meet Lucy, our heroine, who has been in kind of a privileged situation. She has a nicely easy underground life. We're going to meet her friend Maximus. Well, they're kind of friends. Who's a soldier. He's not had it quite as easy. And then we get to meet the ghoul. For some reason, he makes the ladies swoon. He was a former actor that was exposed to all the radiation, and over time has become this ghoul, this creature. That he's fortunate. There is a substance that you can take to keep your mind about you, but a lot of people have not been so fortunate, and they have become these just almost zombie-like creatures. So we're gonna make our way through Fallout. Let's do this. Am I right?
Get that jelly mold out of here! When you
Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
work, damn you! Well then. Well then.
Okie dokie. Okie I'll read my organs!
we are going back to the conservatory, where we are at any given time, no specific set point, but there is a ball going on. Very beautiful, very macabre. Little do we know, overrun by vampires. So we'll see the vampires themselves as well as their victims. Lots of blood, but lots of beauty too. In the last handful of years has become one of the most recognized and iconic horror icons, with Art the Clown joining the ranks of many other classics. He is positively evil and just nasty, and we decided to bring it to the theme park. So we are going to head into Terrifier. We are going to go into Art's Funhouse, where he has gone on his reign of terror. You're gonna see some of the most iconic kills, yes, those kills, from the franchise, and you are gonna see lots and lots of bodies. The most bodies we have ever had at Halloween Horror Nights. 35, I counted them myself. And then you get to end in a symphony of blood conducted by Art himself, where you guys will get to make the choice if you wanna take the dry path or the bloodbath. Similar endings, but they are slightly different.
Alright, they're selling the ponchos. You may get terrifyingly wet.
The suspect was last seen wearing a black and white clown costume. Including contacts with police.
Oh God. Word of the day.
Oh, so exhausted.
Okay guys, that is a wrap on Halloween Horror Nights 2025. Huge shout out to Universal Studios for inviting me so I could film the houses. It was a true honor. It was a true core memory tonight. I had so much fun filming the houses. We have more videos with like the panel that happened with Nightmare Fuel. There's so much more to still, uncover for Halloween Horror Nights 34 this year. I just had so much fun. Huge shout out to all the creatives, all the team members, all the characters, all the ops. Thank you guys for everything that you do, because this is truly a special year. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
Little Boo Tattoo, wait, what do you want to say?
We love the family.
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Halloween Horror Nights and Universal Studios around the country. We had to do HHN Hollywood in a couple days to film that for you guys. But on that note, I love you all. I'll see y'all very soon.
So I done did it. I brought the stampede.
Hey, no, no, hey, no.
I got a friendship bracelet. This is all your fault.
What does it say?
Hooterate?